Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? Connor's got a headache. Hello Dal, Massey Man, Witchy, Caden, Glengar, Matthew. How are we all doing today? Let's get into the game. I've actually got everything set up for once, which shouldn't be a surprise because I'm half an hour late. I'm only gonna go until 7:30 today, guys. Because you know, I've kind of got plans this evening. I think everybody does. But this evening I am gonna be AFK yet again. I've been doing this a lot lately. I'm gonna be AFK this evening. For New Year. Rolling 2017 out, rolling 2018 in. Why is something's rolled down onto my pedals? But this is going to be my last stream of the year. The last day of the year. I may or may not stream tomorrow. Nothing is decided as of yet. I'll put it that way. If I do stream tomorrow, then I stream tomorrow. If I don't, then I don't. Don't take it as a promise. Don't take it as a guarantee. It really depends on what happens with family and stuff tomorrow. Hello, Underused. Hello, Cameron, Hugh, Linus. Night's Life. There's no need to be upset. 2017... in my eyes, wasn't a very good year. Hopefully 2018 can be better. Just got 6.5 hours to go. 6 hours 32 minutes before the new year. I swear I could be a radio presenter at times with the way I say things. Hello and welcome back to Radio Dave, where we've got 6 hours and 32 minutes until 2018. Happy New Year to you as well, Ty. And everybody here, Happy New Year. Hope 2018 is better to you than 2017 was, because it's always nice to have years get better as you go along instead of, you know, being up and down. Just let's have a nice curve upwards. This is a nice upward slope. I do have a good voice for radio. I thank you, Glengar. Is this map out? No, it is in Giants testing at the moment. I don't know if it'll release early next month. I think it's gonna fail the first time. There's some stuff that I really question myself, but I do bluntly and honestly expect it to fail the first round of testing. I just need a few little tweaks to fix it up nice for you guys. Can I do my golf voice?
Hello and welcome to the RainbowDave farming tournament. We're today with the 4th hole for the Par 3 Championship. At the tee now is the Underused Gamer, and he's swinging the club, and that was a wonderful drive. He is headed straight into the eye of the referee.
The salesman voice is the best. Can you join the server? This isn't the server, Jennifer, and the map isn't out yet, so no. The F1 voice. Do you mean the 1950s commentary voice? Because that one is one of my favorites. It's just overly exaggerated about everything. This map isn't out yet. I'm doing kind of a preview early access thing for Mapper's Paradise. No, I'm not going to do all the voices today, guys. I swear, if I wanted to, I could go into voice acting. Wouldn't be a very good voice actor, but I could go into it. Coffee! How am I? Oh, you're asking Witchy. Hello, Joe. And hello, Adam O'Connor as well. Do I do impressions? No. It will not do impressions. No impressions for Dave. Dave is not good at impressions. Right. Next thing to do is... Oh, I missed a bit. Do my entire stream as Sergey. Hello, welcome to Farm Simulator. This tractor is red like red tractor. The thing with Sergey is it's very hard for me to think up things for him to say, which is why I tend not to use him too much. Like with Quentin, I just have to be loopy. With Sergey, I have to think up things that fit his character. Next job on the agenda is going to be... Do you know what? I think I pressed 2 buttons at the same time there. Vodka, good for heart. Let's get... I've still forgotten to download MadXJest, or not Max, Ego's new John Deere. Let's get something... What do I need for a 6-meter cultivator? Let's see. 300 for that one. No, that's MR. That's 260 required. That's 4 meters, so not really big enough. 220, 210, 250. Let's go with this. With the standard design, because I've realized the other design is actually for putting on the back of a slurry spreader. Hello, Farmer Jared. How are you doing today? And if we go... Wait, I'll need minimum 210. I need to remember this. Let's see. I'm gonna go for something that or try to go for something that I don't use much. So, that rules out the challengers and the big buds. And actually the T-Dub. And the T6. And ooh, it rules out a lot of tractors actually. This makes it interesting. The Axion I did use a lot in the past. Valtra is a brand that I don't use much though. And Steyr and Lamborghini, which is basically Deutz-Fahr. Can I get this in let's get a nice... Oh, that's a room color. Let's get it in silver. Let's get the tractor in a nice... Look at it in blue. So let's buy this. And we are going to need to get a weight as well. It's going to need to be a big one. So let's get the 2.3 ton weight here, the Agco 2300. Because this New Holland's great and all, but it's just not... maybe not big enough. T7... you're right, I don't use the T7 much, but I don't generally use Valtras at all. So I think it's kind of cool to go for a brand even that I rarely use. This doesn't look too bad on the front of the cultivator. Still a bit light on the front. That is interesting indeed. We can make it over to the field pretty easily. Stara, Deutzvar. I've already chosen the... do you know what? This looks really nice in blue. I think I actually chose the correct colour for it. Looks a good setup. Yeah! It doesn't actually look bad, and I'm surprised, because I was a bit afraid that it would look just like a complete another joke of a thing. The sim gets farm sim controls sorted. He did, but I don't know if he's actually checked since. I haven't spoken to him since for like a day or so. And I probably won't talk to him tonight because he is gonna be away for New Year's. Let's just launch straight. Ah, this works perfectly. Streamed the other day. I know, I was there. I was in the stream under you. I was one of the people talking. I was also in Dirt Rally at the same time, but I mean, I was there at least. What happened the other day was he hopped on TeamSpeak and said, "Hey, do you guys want to hop into a stream real quick?" Myself and Landy just immediately went, "Yeah, sure, why not?" I see no reason why not. You're only there for a minute. I was there for the entire thing, derping about and playing Dirt Rally. The amount of people that came into that stream asking Sim to play Farm Sim was hilarious. Hello, Josh. How are you doing today? Very interesting to see, like my stream numbers over this kind of Christmassy holiday period for people. It's I think people are kind of away on holidays and not expecting streams. Or taking a break from their computers, which is perfectly fine. I keep forgetting this map doesn't have multi-terrain angle. Missed a bit. Hello, Tunera. Happy New Year to you as well. I might in a second just hop up and close out my door properly, because I'm noticing a bit of a breeze that I don't like coming into my room. Hello, Jack Race. Do you know, I'm gonna do that now, so I'm not even gonna go to the BRB screen or take off my headphones. Just stay with me. There we go. What's multi-terrain angle? It is a kind of a terrain script that you can run on a map. I don't know if it's kind of counted as a script per se, but it's a way of getting the terrain to go to more than just the, I think it's 8 angles or 4 angles the Giants terrain does by default, so you can get much more smooth turns. It's on the west coast, and I think Thornton as well has it, maybe? I know with about 90% certainty that Oakfield has it. And obviously, if and when I get my hands on it, or, well, when, because I'll be playing Oakfield faux show, just might, you know, if I get my hands on it early, great. If I don't, great. I can play it on release day anyway. It's a map that I'm playing one way or another, I don't really care when. And I've very openly been saying that to everybody, including TeamSpeak. I've been saying that in private on TeamSpeak, so... like 12 months ago, if I was in that exact same situation where Sim and Landy had a map and I didn't, I'd be like, oh well, I'd be very upset. I'd be not upset, but kind of my brain would do weird things, and I'd upset myself through, like, because of it. Now it's just like, well, got a small channel. That's one of the sucky things about having a small YouTube channel. And 7,000 might look big to you guys, but on YouTube it's like tiny. Have I not got Oakfield yet? Nope. If I did, I'd be playing it underused. I am no fool. If I had Oakfield, I'd be playing it right now. But I'm not offended by not having it. I don't. Yeah, I don't hold it as a personal slight against me. I've got a small channel. I'm not going to push people to be interested in the map as much as, you know, Landy, Sim, or Daggerwin. You know, I'm actively avoiding Landy streams at the moment and Sim, you know, Landy and Sim's content, just because they're doing Oakfield pretty heavily, and I don't want to burn out of the map before I can play it. And that's just a choice that I made myself. I did the same thing for the West Coast. And I'm kind of only just beginning to burn out of West Coast. But with the amount of farm sim that I play, that I kind of... Why is that clicking? That I kind of have to play for YouTube, you know, I have to come up with ways to not burn out of the game. If you get any money after Christmas, you would sponsor. Well, thank you very much, Farmer Jared. If you... Right, I hate talking about money, but this is for those of you who want to support the channel as much as you possibly can. If you want to support the channel to the, like, and get most of the money you support with going towards me, donate via, there should be a PayPal link in the description, or a, is it a PayPal link? I can't quite remember. I don't have Courseplay installed on this save. Yeah, follow the donation link in the description, or the Patreon link. I get much higher percentages of the money from them than I would from a super chat or like a sponsorship. Didn't watch Upton because you didn't want to get bored before playing it, but when you did, you get bored out real quickly. Yeah, that's the challenge of YouTube, is like you've gotta really learn how to balance maps and balance how you play them, because it is very easy to get burnt out of a map in like a week. And if you look carefully on Discord, you'll see that more often than not I'm not in farm sim. You'll often see me with GE open, but very rarely farm sim, because I don't want to play the game off camera. I don't want to burn myself out, and I know if I play off camera, and I do plan on doing some stuff off camera in the future. There's one series that I do want to do almost entirely off camera, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's probably going to be very Courseplay heavy. But it's a case of play as little as I can, but know as much as I can about the game. And you know, I've only got, I've got 1,300 hours in Farm Sim 17. Almost all of them from YouTube. Or doing something YouTube related. Where's my phone beeping? Back in about half an hour. Gotta get ready for New Year's party. That's fair enough underused. I think everybody's kind of doing their own things at the moment, getting ready for New Year's. I think there's a good few people in game at the moment as well. Hello TMCC, how are you doing today? So what I'll do is I'll get a 6-meter seeder as well, and we'll get this seeded up in no time. What I might do, because I've not done this yet. Hello, insert channel name here. That's an interesting name. That's definitely a different name. I applaud you on having a very unique name that I haven't seen before. Am I going out tonight? No, I never do on New Year's. I always just stay at home. Doesn't mean I won't be partying, it just means I'll be at home partying. Don't get what all the fuss is about over Upton. I don't know. There's some maps that I really question how on earth they've got the hype behind them. Upton for me, it's, you know, one of Lancey's maps. Lancey's a friend of mine, so I'm gonna obviously play his maps. Same with, well, I guess Split Bill I count as a friend now, as bizarre as it sounds to me to say that. Action David, yeah, he comes chills out. I haven't spoken to him off stream yet, because I'm terrible and don't want to bother him, I guess. Have I got West Coast? Yes, Peter, I do. Because West Coast has been out forever. In fact, I was helping Bullet Bill with the update to West Coast. Just doing finding some really minor bugs that probably would have been missed otherwise. Or I would have been expected to miss, I think is the better way of saying it. Just felt like it was so run down. See, that was the appeal of it for so many people. Is that how can I phrase this so that I get my point across properly? There are so many maps out there, like oh, what's it called, Blossburg, that are just clinically clean, just overly clean and unrealistically clean and tidy. And, you know, there's a certain group of people that like that, and I'm not going to criticize them for it. That's their taste. It's not for me, but, you know, whatever. And then you got the kind of the middle... This is going to sound weird with the maps I'm about to name. You've got the middle of the road maps in terms of cleanliness, like West Coast and Thornton, and, you know, they're the kind of general appeal maps because there's a bit of everything on them for everybody. And that's why they're so successful, and they're well made as well, which does help. And then you've got maps like Upton, like, I would argue, Skelton, like Knaveswell, where they are filthy. They are just really run down, really... kind of, they feel lived in, and that's why people like them. And you know, if it's done right, I really like maps like that. If it's done wrong, then yeah, they just look messy. I feel like Lancey does well at capturing the rundown nature. He does really well with kind of creating an atmosphere, but he really does struggle with the technical stuff, and that's where his maps tend to fall down in testing. Don't really like Lance's maps, just the textures in the fields. Yeah, every map comes down to personal preference. I really tend to like Lancey's maps because I like the atmosphere they have. I can kind of overlook, you know, certain issues and you know, I'll mention them to him, but they don't bother me all that much, whereas they would on other maps. Let's get this back to the yard. I think 6 meters is about as big as you're gonna want to go on this map, actually. Just kind of looking at the fields, you don't want to be going, or I wouldn't want to be going much bigger than 6 meters, just because otherwise you'd be done a field in a single pass or 2 passes. Knaveswell was really fun. Yeah, like, it's weird. I didn't like Knaveswell. I felt that it was very problematic. And then Upton came out, and it was also very problematic, but I liked it. Yeah, it can be very fickle with the maps that I like and dislike. Just kind of change randomly. This is too wobby for a chill stream. No wob. All big bud stuff. Oh, totally Farmer Jared. Good luck getting that around the map. Hello, Harry. I can't use that shed, by the way. That shed is basically broken. It's got a collision on there that shouldn't be. Can I fit this into those sheds there? So like this storage area here at all? Or is it going to be too big? It can sit there anyway. And the next thing to get is going to be a bigger cedar. I don't know if I'm going to get 6 meter, but I'm going to go bigger. Let's see this map looks like. It is a really nice map. Hello, Reese Neville as well. Let's see, that's 12 meters. That's too big. The platinum stuff isn't that more. So I guess we'll go with the very, very generic. Could go for corn with the Atma 5. No, let's go for the ultra generic Vaderstad Repeat A600S. And we'll just reset that because it's going to be a lot faster. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. I will set off the 3 meter equipment in a few minutes. Do I know a release date? There is none. Have I played on PGR Bruged? No. Do I have the Cochrane jockey installed? I don't think that's MRTMCC. I haven't played on most maps, to be honest. Wait, where's the reset point? Is the reset point at the shop, actually? No. It's not. Where is it? Is it at the shop? Where is the cedar? Over by the chicken. Which is where? Sell the 3 meter stuff. Will do! Don't worry, I will be selling that in a few minutes. First priority is finding where on earth the cedar. Oh, I know where it spawned. It spawned up here? Oh wow, that's a... Maybe I shouldn't have reset it. You're a big fan of the New Holland pack? It is a fantastic pack. Look at me being all good with the reversing and whatnot. And not actually... Just as to be fair, I didn't actually get stuck on the wall. That is more Farm Sim deciding that collisions go farther than they actually should. Color simulate. I am surprised you're awake at this time. We're gonna get the New Holland pack. It is on Giant's Mod Hub. Where were you yesterday, by the way, Sim? Because TeamSpeak last night was me, Landy, and Eddie. You've been up since 7 AM. You are going to be absolutely dead tomorrow. Let's just get this as full as we can. It's not going to be too full, but it should be enough to do a field. Yeah, that'll be enough to do a field. What's happening with Ryan? I have no idea. Suitin' barley. Can't tell you that. Oh dear. Are you going to be on the team speak after my stream? Simulate. That stop sign looks really wonky. That stop sign is stretched for some reason. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, do hit the like button and do feel free to subscribe as well. I may end up finishing at 7, I don't know. Leaving in 30 minutes. Fair enough. So the post he put up at Mod Up Troll Cowards. Yeah, but that... I think he overreacted a bit. Like, he had a very good point, but he just... The way that he decided to protest or whatever, it just wasn't a good point, bad execution. Am I from Ireland? Yes, occasionally. It sounds like we're getting a bit of music that's about to suit me very much, so. Let's turn this up a bit. He's back releasing mods now? Very nice. Well, this... Yeah, the Valtra's struggling big time with this thing. I can't put a bigger weight on the Valtra. Yeah, the Java Giants and changing things... Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, Harry, don't ever message modders asking for mods to be done. Like, that is just going to get you into their bad books. If you notice, whenever I'm suggesting mods, I'll say, "Ooh, this would be nice." Never say, "Ooh, you should do this." Or I rarely do. I'll sometimes say, "Do you know what, your skills would be really suited to this mod specifically." But I never go out and ask for a mod to be done. This hill is not... Yeah, this is not making the Valtra happy at all. I did not send MattXJS a shopping list. To be fair, any shopping list that I'd send MattXJS would literally just be the Classics DLC. This is not going well, and that's all the grip this thing has. Actually, yeah, just hint. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. That's all the grip this tractor can give, so that is not gonna work. Yeah, most maps aren't MR friendly, to be honest. You know, it's just... Mappers make maps that suit the in-game physics. You wish somebody would make a dump trailer for a tractor. Dump trailer, dump trailer, dump trailer. Do you mean... Like, where is it? Something like this Herbst 14-ton dump trailer by Peter J. Because that's out now. It's been out for a while. Everybody's suggesting the same mod too. You guys are awesome. Gotta go. See you, Team CC. Guys, try not to start arguments. I'm seeing Witchy timing people out for, or well, deleting comments for like almost starting arguments, and being potentially, or having the potential to start arguments. Thank you, by the way, Witchy. Hello, Oliver Pearson Taylor. Yeah, guys, don't. I don't know what was said, but don't. I don't mind you guys talking about other channels, just try not to like openly advertise them. Andrews, don't worry. I prefer if mods just deleted the comments that could start arguments instead of just deleting people who could start arguments. I'm kind of enjoying the vibe we got today. I'm enjoying the chill vibe. It's nice. I'm out of coffee. Water! To be fair, Sim, I used to do that on your streams and I distinctly remember it. So, now you're just getting picky, Harry. You asked for a dump trailer. We all suggested to you the same dump trailer. Spice World is on? Oh my...
Hello, Dave.
No,
Dave.
Matt, thank you very much for subscribing. If Spice World is on, then nah. No. We got more Matts. We got Matt overload in this channel now, I swear. What map is this? It is Skelton Farm by Mappers Paradise. This is their charity map. It's not out yet. It's been submitted to Giants for testing. I don't know when it's going to be tested. I don't know when it's going to be out. Don't bother asking. It'll be out when it's out, when it passes Giants testing. Hello, Andy Paxton. Do you know what? I'm going to do a bit of advertising. Just underused. You have no idea how close I've come, like a few times, to doing that, or something similar. Usually it's with ridiculously heavy metal with hilariously non-PG lyrics. Or like a meme stream that I've been watching or something. Is it a RainbowDave mug? Yes. You can buy a RainbowDave mug if you want. You can also, where is it? If you really want to, and you like keeping your drinks hot for a while, I'm doing some absolute shitting. You can buy yourself a RainbowDave thermos, RainbowDave travel mug on Spreadshirt. The link should be in the description somewhere. Don't need to waste your money. See you next year, Sid. Enjoy your night. Don't forget to set off all of the air horns ever at midnight. Like, you gotta do that. Just find an air horn and boop it. Doesn't matter if it's not yours, just boop an air horn. have to be a queue you go. Exactly. There we go. You having pizza for tea? Very nice. You guys are going to be shocked and appalled by this. I'm giving up pizza. You know the way that I regularly say, "Ooh, I've got pizza." I'm giving up that pizza, and there's a very simple reason for it. So you guys know that I like having pizza regularly, and I always get the same one, and I am giving up that pizza for one very simple reason, and that reason is that every single time I have that pizza, I end up having an upset stomach the next day. So I'm giving it up, number one, because I want to lose weight in 2018, so I'm going to be going out and doing more walking and doing more exercise and eating less because I am too fat now. And number two, because I don't like having an upset stomach. Like, it just... Ugh. Is it the wheat or gluten? I don't know what it is with you. Like, I can eat like an oven pizza. It might be it might be the specific cheese, or like one of the meats on it that gets to me. I don't know for certain what it is, but something in that specific pizza disagrees with me. So I'm gonna be getting different stuff from the takeaway, which means I have to be adventurous and different. An oven pizza is a pizza, yeah, but it's... Every pizza's made slightly different. What's my favorite map at the moment? I don't know, Matt. I continue my least favorite is my own, because that's just giving me headaches. I had it open for 4 hours yesterday and placed 2 things, well 5 things, but one of, like 2 set pieces, I should say. I haven't got a favorite. Not really. I mean, I really like West Coast. I'm quite enjoying Skelton. Oakfield, I know I love. Cobra Park Farm will always just have a special place in my heart. Like, I'm always going to just adore that map, and I might play a bit of it later on tonight for myself. Hello, TG 101 person, hello. Ben King is on yeah, Ben King was on the quick road to a timeout there, because that what appeared in chat wasn't the first time he'd spammed emojis in a row. We wish Ventonman could come out of S&D. Oh, I'm looking forward to Ventonman. I keep teasing Dusty Dave about it. He keeps slacking and I keep teasing him. I'm guessing you mean Ventonman, because I can't think of any other Venton maps. But yeah, that map I'm looking forward to. That's going to be coming out in 2018, Matt. Dusty Dave is working on converting it over. Is Blender easy to use? No. Harry, if you want an experience of the Blender learning experience, slam your face into a brick wall as hard as you can. That's learning to use Blender. You mean that? Yeah, that was one of my favorite maps for FS15, Matt. That and Cobra. Although we don't mention Cobra V1 for FS17. Oh, Mrs. Brown's voice is on tonight. I've just remembered. Yeah. Hello, Kaylin Newton. People who have tried learning Blender will all tell you that, like, once you learn how to use it, it's great. It's like G. Once you learn how to use it, it's great. 37 watching now. Don't I get more times? What? Do I not normally get more viewers? Yeah, but I don't particularly care. This is more of a chill stream for me today. Is Agnes ringing in the new year? She's not bringing it in, but Christmas special part 2 is on tonight on RTE1, I want to say, at 9:45. So I'll be watching that, and then I'll probably end up watching some Hogmanay or Imelda May or something. It's New Year's Eve. I don't expect people to watch today. This is just... like, if you haven't noticed, we've been going for 48 minutes. I haven't touched the ad button. I don't actually plan to, so any ads you see are just kind of put in automatically by YouTube. This is a stream for the sake of streaming. To be honest, I don't care about numbers today. If I did, I would have stopped about half an hour ago. Or, 10 minutes ago. Because, yeah, normal circumstances, this kind of numbers, I would just say, okay, this is a fail stream, and move on to something else. But, considering most people are kind of getting ready to ring in the new year, I can kind of understand there being less people here today. What you're hearing is we need a lag spike. Sure, why not? Was that tractor in my way? Yeah, slightly. What made you say that with you? Was it the fact that I just blatted it out of the way? Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with these fields anymore. Oh, that's a fence. That giant gap was actually a fence that I couldn't see because it's... okay. Am I the only one that thinks this song sounds like it's got a kazoo in it? Like, is it just me, or does this song sound like it's got a kazoo, a digitally altered kazoo, but a kazoo nonetheless? Does 17 need fertilizing? Yes. But I will finish at about 7 o'clock, my usual finishing time at least. I did say I was going to go till 7:30, but I want to just chill tonight. Let's turn the music down a small bit because it is a bit too loud. It's too quiet. Now it's probably inaudible actually. There we go. Hello, Chris. Happy New Year to you. You are watching me from 2018 already, I believe. We have at least one person in this stream who is already next year. We've got a time traveler in our midst. There we go. That'll get rid of the seed bag that was just sat there for no good reason. Let's grab this 8340 and we'll start. You know what we'll do is we'll sell off the 3-meter equipment now, which means, oh, this can go. This can go. The plough can go. I have no use for a plough. And that can go, and as well as that, the armor salmon can go. Next job on the agenda is going to be fertilizing this field here. And I'm going to use the 8340 for that. I see no reason why not. Unless maybe a good reason would be that the fertilizer is currently on the case. Now, where is the fert spreader? Is it on the case? No. Where did I put it? Did I accidentally sell it? No, I might look I accidentally... No. No, I might look I accidentally sold it. It's still on the map, yes? Yes. So where is it? Ah, it's in the main yard. Wonderful. Forget Blender. That didn't last long. Or take too long, Harry. You'll never get into modding if you give up that quickly. Hello again, Massey Man. You were here earlier. You've returned from the darkness which you'd left. Chat's very quiet today, though. There it is. That is not going to be enough fertilizer to do the field. Let's just get this out and over to the fertilizer. Gotta love dogs and fireworks. Gotta love cats. Everyone's getting ready for parties and stuff. Yeah, I'm guessing there's a lot of people in game as well. So if you're in game, tap out for a second. Pop in chat what you're playing. And if you're in Farm Sim, tell me what map you're playing. I am curious. I want to know this. And tell me where you're watching from as well, just for funsies, so that I can try and figure out how many people are living in the future of 2018. That should be enough for the field, but just so this thing's full. Landy called you the crazy cat lady. What's really funny is he knows how many cats I have, and he doesn't ever call me that. Chris is Aussie and living in the future. Gotta nail your hand to the wall. So using Blender. Blender's actually quite easy to use once you figure it out. Playing Cheltenham, watching from Indiana. But technically they're not. Glengarry, you're not in Trinidad and Tobago. You're not a toboggan. Or Trinidadian. Technically they're not our cats, but we feed them and we care for them, so I mean, it could be argued either way. Also, they were almost all born in the shed just outside my window, so technically you could argue they are our cats. Yeah, you could argue on technicalities either way. Did I miss a bit of this? Well, I missed a tiny bit over the corner that I'm not going to bother with. Playing ETS watching from Nottingham. Very nice, Ryan. I would play ETS, but because I've got my Trackhat software still installed, I wouldn't be able to look around at all, and it would be a pain to do anything ever. Sandy Bay, very nice, Sandy. Very good map indeed. Not the greatest map, but a very good one, for sure. How many do I have? I think 12. Hello, Thingy. Hope you're gonna have a good day, and a good New Year's Eve, and a good New Year's time, and a good midnight, and a good 2018 as well. Why not? Just happy everything. Rest in peace, 2017. 2017 to 2017. I don't know what Adam's done, but he's obviously annoyed Dal. I think we got like 12 cats. Okay, for sure I can think of 10 cats that we have. That's why I was just mouthing silently to myself. Happy New Year to you, Joseph. Happy New Year from County Tipperary. 10 cats off the top of my head, but there's like 1 or 2 that I probably forgot. Welsh town names can be redone. Yeah, like Clanferpich and go Gricklin go Gach Lantasia Wogach. Hello Nathan, how are you doing today? Before nobody noticed what I just actually said. You were farming, what did you miss? Not a whole lot, Massey Man. We're just kind of perfect pronunciation. It wasn't actually too far off, Glengar. Hello, Jordan. Am I? I'm good. I'm in a good mood today. I'm well rested. Happy New Year to you as well. Let's just get this sorted out over here. Get that there. Turn around. Get this bit over here. That's that field done. Onward back to the yard now. We can do some mowing, I think. We're going to spam silage into that clamp as much as we possibly can. Welsh is the Celtic language, isn't it? Yes! But it's very different from like Irish and Scots Gaelic for whatever reason. Need to move the combine, I think. That is very much in the way. So what I'll do is I'll pull this tractor up over here somewhere. Go up over here. We'll go over here. We'll get the combine out the field. Put the header on the trailer and pull it out the field. If you haven't done so yet, guys, and you are enjoying, feel free to hit the like button. And if you haven't done so, you are enjoying and you're brand new to the channel, or you're returning, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. We'll get the combine out the field here. It's in the field and we need to get it out the field. We'll do some high-speed maneuvers with the combine. Okay. Go, high speed. Super high-speed maneuvering. Hello again, Keelan. Look at the speed of this. It is terrifyingly fast. And again with the high-speed reversing skills. And just look at how fast this is. Lucier David, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. This is possibly too fast. I mean, this is dangerously fast. There's garlic. I don't think Welsh is Gaelic, no. Gaelic. It's a Celtic-based language, but for some reason it's very different from Scottish and Irish. Struggling for jobs to do. No, we can do some mowing, but this combine does need to get moved out of the field first. So that was a little fan service for the people who think I drive too fast all the time. Thought I'd slow things down. Okay, this time I am actually slowing down intentionally and not just for jokes, because I want to pull this in as close to the... This is exactly what I didn't want to happen. Because the combine is now stuck. And this thing doesn't have four-wheel drive if memory serves. Yeah, well, the combine lives there now. We'll figure that out later. That's the wrong vehicle. Let's get this tractor into the field. We can do some... 11. Yeah, but that would leave the header just kind of laying there. I'll figure it out next time I need to combine. We'll be fine. Hello, Brad. Happy New Year to you as well. It's got all this unfolding. Front mower's good to go. Rear mower's good to go. Rear mower down. And away we go. We'll do this at a somewhat sane speed. If MR will let us. They're flying cars in Australia. Grassy, hello. That's it, just drive through the marshy bit of the field. I don't know if that's supposed to be fluid. It's supposed to have water in it, but it does. How am I today? I'm doing well. How are you doing, Grassy? There you go. Just ignore the radio, because it's broken again. Keep forgetting to... I need to, at some point, unbind the radio controls yet again. Playing some COD World War II, very nice indeed. Don't like Call of Duty all that much, but I always liked it when it was World War II originally, like before Modern Warfare. And Medal of Honor when that was kind of World War II based as well. So for once I'm actually working at a sane, logical speed, which will probably surprise absolutely everybody. Something I've just realised is there aren't many grass fields on this map at all. I think this might be the only one, so you may need to, I guess, plant your own grass fields. Am I right in saying that? Yeah, you gotta plant your own grass fields, which will make for some interesting decisions as you move on through the map. It does discourage you from having too many animals. Check out Tractor 24. Ben King, are you advertising people? After coming back from a timeout for spamming emotes, are you now after deciding to advertise people? Hello, Jack. How's it going? It's going good. How's it going with you, good sir? Thank you, Itchy. What an idiot. I genuinely don't care if he decides to just make a million accounts and shower hate on me. That's an idiot. Right there. Coming into a stream advertising somebody else. Good lord. And I can guarantee you the person who was advertising doesn't want that to happen. There's a tree there. I know that, Grassy. So we're doing this for once at a sane speed, instead of going a million miles an hour. More views for me? Meh. I don't care about views today, to be quite honest. There's a fake version of Skelton going around already. That's kind of impressive. I drove into it though. Yeah, I was trying to get as close as I could, so driving into it is getting as close as I can. It's a shame that there's people that desperate to get like the tiniest bit of download revenue from those mod sites. Because they do give a small bit of revenue per download. Like there's people desperate enough to do it that they'll use other people's map names. Hello, Oxygen David. Come to think of it, on that note, I'm surprised there isn't a fake Oakfield doing the rounds. Because, I mean, the people that are doing that, especially with this map, this is a map for charity. That's like that's sad that you want people do, you know, that brought out a fake version of this are so desperate to get like 3 pence that they'll use the name of a map that's for charity. But there isn't. Well, yeah, but with the amount of people just kind of rebadging random maps as ones with high-profile names, we'll say, it's kind of surprising there isn't. I guess the people that do that only ever get like 3 pence out of the downloads, even if there's hundreds of downloads or thousands of downloads. The seasons try it on. Oh, there used to be a fix for that in FS15. I don't know if it still exists, but there used to be. I think it was a separate mod that you could download. That would bring the max fill types up to 64. In fact, I'm kind of surprised Giants haven't done that by default. Hello, Bill. Like, 32 is great and all, but Giants adding more and more to the game. Yeah, the default fill types are suddenly coming up near the 32 limit. So you can't really do a whole lot if people start bringing in seasons and straw hat on. They won't fix it. Oh my god. They'll have to sooner or later when they want to have a 33rd fill type by default. I mean, how many are in the game as standard? You got fuel wood chips. We'll say straw pellets from straw add-on. Snow from seasons. Wheat, barley, canola, seeds, fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. So that's 10 already. There's probably about 20 fill types in the game by default, including seasons and straw add-on. If not a few more, and it just ends up causing a bit of a headache. Oh, the 4 texture in each cell is the single most annoying thing about well, the second most annoying thing. Field definition is the most annoying thing because there's such an easier way that can be done. But the 4 textures, why? There's so many times where I'm like, oh, I want to do like this small bit here, or quite a large bit in a cell. And because I've got a tiny little niblet of bleed from the next cell over, nope, you already got your 4 textures. Tough luck. Like, even if they made it 6. Vanilla Valley has loads of different crops. Yeah, but I don't know, maybe Vanilla Valley comes with the 64 fix. Or sexy graphics, I guess. But like, it's something Giants need to look at eventually, is textures per cell, field definitions and how they work, the max fill types. Vanilla Valley will crash if you use Stradon seeds. Brilliant! It's great the Giants are pushing the game as much as they are, but it's getting close to the point where you get to the 9, Tomato Fruits 1008. So I don't even know what fruits they are, and the only ones that it makes sense to me on, we'll say, a British map would be, just off the top of my head, oats, rye, alfalfa to a small extent, clover primarily. That's probably about it, actually. It's not that much you could peas, maybe? Would be nice. Notifications have only just gone into the Discords. Oh my god. YouTube. Oh, try spelt move. Ah, yes, that makes sense. But people, lime and I guess lime does make sense, and compost, yeah. I'm guessing then you got a compost master hidden away on the map somewhere. Because if so, I am going to be spamming that. I love people complaining for no good reason. It's like somebody was complaining in a mod review that I did the other day that I know nothing about farming. It's like, I'm sorry that I know nothing about farming when I'm playing a farming game that is for entertainment purposes. I didn't realize I had to have a PhD in agriculture to play a farming game. Or to criticize mods that make no sense for making no sense. Always get the mod of them. Ah, yeah. You could. I know David Oldfield did this before. You could rip the scripts and the triggers out and just like put it into a shed, but I don't know how well that'll work. Also, I didn't even know there was a limit to what you could upload to ModHub. 750 meg. Wow. That makes some of the maps really impressive with just the optimization of file sizes they've done then. Because I remember, well, if it's 15 for sure, a 4x map, and even quite a lot of 2x's, you'd be lucky if you were downloading under a gig. Because people, even, 2 years ago, didn't really care about how big the file size was because, hey, it's a map. And there's no real limit. Yours is a 730. Ew. Snapping back is about 700. Some of the 2X maps are just kind of... that aren't very well optimized. I'll clarify there immediately. They kind of take the mick by just having hilariously huge textures and very little on the map itself. And then you've got the ingeniously thought out 4X maps that have insane numbers of detail, insane amounts of detail, insane optimization, and they're only like 300-400 megs. That I don't understand them. Hello, Lewis. Lewis, hello. Better keep an eye out on that for your map. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing, Glengar. Extra fruit's about 40 meg. That's a bit big, isn't it? Just pull this in over here. A bit of a bounce there, but we're fine. Just want to move the cedar. We'll look at this. Over here by the thingy. Yep, perfect. Flawless. Yeah, I guess DXT5s do add up quite quickly. It's a bit of a shame that FarmSim doesn't really support all too well DXT3. Because that's a nice in-between. Thank you very much, Massey Man. Happy New Year to you as well. I may or may not stream tomorrow, depends on how my head is. Let's put it that way. Let's get the... Nope. Also when dinner is. It's consoles that are fussy. Well, of course it is. That's what happens when you try and put a quality game on subpar equipment. Intentionally baiting the flamers. I am intentionally baiting them at this point. I don't care anymore. Let's get this unfolding and not flip the tractor. A lot of massy people, yeah. Shots fired. Considering my PC is probably about twice as powerful as a PS4 Pro, or if not as powerful, and this thing's about 2 years old now, if not a bit more, and I'm already thinking about upgrading it, so... Yeah, like, to be fair to Giants, it's not their fault that consoles can't actually save anything ever. Because Sony and Microsoft, they're both guilty of this. They put hilariously tiny hard drives into the consoles because, hey, we can make money off selling extra hard drives because you only can ever buy the hard drives we make because they're purpose-built. How much RAM do I have? 32 gigs. There comes a point where you get silly amounts of RAM, and I hit that. Those ducks scared you. Like, on this PC, if I'm having FPS problems in the game, it usually indicates the game isn't very well optimized. Granted, I only have a GTX 980 graphics card, but Usually the RAM can push things up a bit nice, quite nicely. Oh, 16 is definitely enough, but for streaming and rendering videos, 32 gigs is very, very helpful indeed. What's Skelton like for FPS? Pretty sure it's solid 60 all the way around. But again, I've seen it happen on West Coast, in the areas Landy was having issues, that my RAM seems to boost FPS by anything up to 20 in Farm Sim. Like FPS wise, this map is very solid. There's some definite collision issues. Where I question how on earth the Mapper's Paradise testers actually managed to miss the issues, including in like if I just hop out here and run over here. Where am I? This can do here. It's going to be up, around, over, and down. This shed is completely unusable. Because... is it this shed? Yeah. There is, and you can just about see it there, a collision that inexplicably just goes halfway across the doorway. So, this slurry tanker, good luck getting it out. Like it... 8, 12, 16 gigs of RAM are all good, but... the doors move, yes, but the collision doesn't. I don't think it does anyway. That's something I never checked. Does the collision get out of the way if I close the doors? Oh, hang on. There's a collision moving. That collision is kind of solidly there, so what happens if I... is there a trigger for moving just this door here? No, because I can do that, and I can do that, and that moves this side's collisions, but the collision on this side is kind of stuck there consistently because that gate doesn't budge, and I think it's actually supposed to be as part of this movement, but it's just not. That tanker is completely trapped. You'll never get it out of there. Turn down the walk speed. I like having the walk speed stupid high. There was a trailer in there as well, and yeah, that kind of pinged off halfway across the yard. I don't know what caused it, but I'm kind of surprised that whatever testing team Mapper's Paradise have, however big it is, that it got missed, because like there's starting equipment in that shed. I didn't put anything in there, that's starter equipment. So the minute you try and get it out, one of them's a trailer that you need to do the first harvest. The minute you try and get it out, the trailer pings you across the yard, so I'm kind of... confused as to how that got missed in the first place. A small map from you would be very interesting, Bill. Actually, from either you or David. That would be such a change from what we're used to from you. It always kind of amuses me that small maps take up, like, what, maybe quarter to a third of the map itself, and people would still complain that the map is too big at times. It's like, what? Like, I've seen maps that are just kind of a blip on the PDA, so it's pointless trying to get around them. So the kind of the quarter to third size of the map is kind of, I would say, the minimum you're ever going to want to go. Like, just from a playability standpoint, you're not going to want to go much smaller than this. Because then you're really limiting yourself to just only ever 3-meter equipment and the starter equipment. Which means there's nowhere to go, nowhere to kind of aspire to. Excuse me, guys, this is a shotgun-free zone. no using shotguns on Lewis. It's rude. Welcome back, Numbers. Oh, I need to change the tip on this thing. That is not a fun feeling. This e-cig, or with an e-cig, just because I'm using one. I'll explain why I've just said what I said, where it doesn't feel fun and I need to change the tip. When the oh wow, yeah, that definitely needs changing there. Burnt. When the wicks on this dry out too much, as tends to happen when you use it a lot, they kind of, I guess this one's kind of crystallized, which is interesting. This one's starting, and they just kind of give this really horrible burnt taste and burn the back of your throat. Hello, Anton. In Lewis's defense, I have been whipping things from West Coast and Thornton for my map, but kind of repurposing them in interesting ways, I think. So they don't actually look straight up stolen. I always find it funny when people take entire set pieces from another map and it's like, that's a bit too lazy. Like, taking single items I think is fine, but I've seen people take entire sell points from other maps and it's like, is your imagination that vivid that you can't come up with a sell point? Like, just go on Google Maps, find one near you, and recreate it or base a sell point on it. Or base it on something you saw in your childhood. How's my map going? Reasonably well. Like, what I did was I took one of the... What did I do? I took one of the grain drying towers from Frontier Sell Point to West Coast and just basically stuck a different sign in it. Stuck some giant grain bins next to it, and boom, that's kind of a very, very rough recreation of something that was, well, kind of a mix of an old grain tower that was in town before. It's now actually supermarket car park. And a grain sell point that's about 5, 6, 7 miles out the road. And it's just like, if you're struggling to come up with stuff straight out of your mind, just take two things that you've seen in real life, mash them together, and you usually be able to find bits of other maps that'll suit what you want, and that you can mash up in interesting ways with different signs and different things on them. You can come up with some really interesting stuff. Might not look the greatest, but it'll be interesting. I need to bring... actually, all this talk of maps, I need to bring Donetsk back into Farm Sim and actually make sure that my near complete rebuild of the map actually worked this time. Because everything was pointing to the wrong folder when I did the little swap over for getting sugarcane to work for no reason. Loaded into game, and there were no hedges, and all the roads were bright white, which is always nice. No, I've not made it a whip topic yet. I might do that. Well, maybe not tonight, because I do plan on just chilling tonight and being actually probably AFK for the majority of the evening. Like when I finish the stream, I'll kind of stay on and around, and then we're getting takeaway tonight because New Year's dinner is basically Christmas dinner Mark II here. So literally the ham is already being cooked, as are some of the veg and stuff. Just kind of a pre-cooking stage. But I don't plan on doing too much tonight. Tried G, gave up, mappers have patience. The thingy, here's the thing. I have very little patience. I can get really frustrated really quickly. What you have to do when you're mapping, I don't know if Bill or David do the same thing, or Lewis, is you kind of get into this zen state where you've got this kind of plan in your head, and you got this visualization of what you want in your head, and you just kind of take all the bits of the map that you have, and you treat it almost like a jigsaw. And you just kind of put the pieces where they belong, and then maybe one piece looks out of place, so you move it around until it looks like it's right. And that visualization is the absolute hardest thing. Because, like, I was in G for about 4 hours last night. And the sum total of what I did was I took the BJ silos out of Thornton because I like that style of silo, the pits themselves, and I brought in Vertex Designs BGA units. Put down the BGA units where I liked them, put in the silo where it looked about right, and aligned it so that it would work properly. And then my mind just drew a blank. So I was sat there just staring at GE for a good hour, just kind of fiddling with the terrain, and it just didn't work for me. So I might like move away from that area, do some yards for a bit, and then go back there later on, and I'll have it all figured out in my head suddenly. That is still open. Close. Because where people give up is, or when people give up, it's when they can't figure out what they want to do. It's when they can't look at a map and say, maybe, I don't know, this area here is going to have 3 houses and a shed. And they're going to look like this roughly. And then you put those 3 houses in a shed in. It looks wrong, so you decide, okay, maybe not. Maybe it has 2 houses, a shed, and a fountain. It's kind of like Bob Ross. I always kind of find mapping like Bob Ross when I get into the swing of things. Well, yeah, most people tend to start a million maps. If it takes you... Because it's taken me... So far, I think 2.5 years with my map. Doesn't matter how long it takes you to make a map. The main thing is to just stick with the one map. And that you don't give up, because the second you give up is the second that you never make a map. I genuinely feel mapping is like the joy of painting, because you just kind of get into this zen state and there's no mistakes, just happy accidents. Who's the best speedster? There's no need for speed in map making. That's when you make silly mistakes. Hello, crafty farmer. Speed and map making don't go together very well. Because you can place you know, probably a couple of 100 things in G in an hour. Will they all look good if you do it quickly and, you know, go absolute fast, as fast as you can? No, because half of them will be floating. Because you'll have misclicked about half the times, and you'll end up with a building on top of another building, and it'll look ridiculous. Welcome back, Lingard. Like, the best way to do G is quickly so that you're getting stuff done, but slowly enough to get things done properly and not floaty. Is this PC? Yes. This map is not out yet, by the way, Craft Farmer. This is a pre-release map. Gleaner? Did I say Gleaner? Did I genuinely say Gleaner? That's the bit that I'm not looking forward to. Hey, mappers. This is a really nice map. To be... Well, Mapper's Paradise have arrived en masse, and I'm... at the perfect time, because I'm just about to end. I got it right, good. Olandy calls you Gleaner. Oh dear. Genuinely, half the time I don't know what I'm saying. It's wonderful. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of finish off this field and hope that MR holds together for 10-15 more minutes. Gonna finish off this field and then I'll call it a... Well, I'll call this a channel for the year, I guess. Call it a stream, call it a year. See ya, has it? Small bit late, yeah. To be fair, I started like half an hour after I planned to because I got up late and then made some ham sandwiches, and ham sandwiches are delicious. Well, luncheon roll, because people apparently get really annoyed if you call luncheon roll ham. This is all processed and stuff. It's delicious though. Fashionably late. Exactly. No such thing as late. You're only late if the world has ended. Ooh. Actually, while you're here, are you aware of Mappers guys, are you aware of the weird collisions in the yard? Seeing as, you know, Giants are on a break and there is time to fix stuff before they actually get back to testing, you can resubmit. But are you aware of the collision issues with this shed here in particular? Where it is actually impossible to get that slurry tanker out because this gate here has a this immovable door gate thing has a collision attached that goes halfway across the entrance. The rest of the shed's fine, it's just this kind of makes it impossible to use this shed in any reliable way. Maybe something that should be could get looked at. It's something I copped when I pulled out the... What was it? I was pulling out the starter. Pulling out the starter thing and all fixed. Oh, sweet. Why do I always do that when I'm pressing control? I always fling one finger up and hit the command button. Am I streaming into the new year? No, no, man. Actually, I'm finishing up now for the year. Because, well, all that needs to be done on this map at the moment is compacting silage down, waiting for the crops to grow, and going around once again, I guess. So many modders in here. I know, it's modder overload today. What a way to end off the year. Just half of the top farm sim modders in the one room. But that is going to do it for me for today and for 2017, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you had a good year. Hopefully you have a good evening and a good night. I'll leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Skelton Farm. I will see you guys in 2018. Until then, stay safe, goodbye, and have a very happy new year.